Hi, everybody. It is Orion Ray, and welcome to Psychic Predictions with Orion Ray. So, hey, Google, what is the date?
It's Saturday, November 4th, 2023.
All right, so November the 4th, 2023. Now, if you see in my earlier predictions, go back a little ways and you will see that I even said a war would be starting in November. And if you go look, when I told you the beginning of World War III would be in November, I didn't know if it was 2023 or 2024. Well, it might just be 2023. I really thought it might be 2024, but no, I believe this is the beginning of World War III. And again, you can find that in my cast that I put the next World War III in November. So, Israel has lost this war. I am telling you right now, Israel has lost. If they do not stop their bombing, which I do not think they will. Okay, again, I do not think they will. In fact, I pretty much know they won't. But what I can tell you is they have lost this war. The United States is going to get pulled into this horrific war that is not our business, folks. Okay? This is not our holy war. This is theirs, and it's been going on forever. Like forever and ever and ever. This is not our problem. The United States has blindly entered this without really researching, without investigating, without knowing every true single detail. Now, I do not support what Hamas did. I think it's horrible. It was unbelievably vicious. Every one of those people are so evil, and everything they did to those victims should be done to them, and I am telling you that right off. However, again, it is not America's problem, and we are making it our problem, okay? This must stop. Now, what is going to happen is Israel and the U.S. have now united and will continue to unite all Arabian countries. Every Muslim there is going to unite together, and they are going to fight Israel and whoever their allies are, which, guess what, so far appears to be us, the United States. A very, very wrong move. I am so ultimately against this war, and I can see what is about to happen. And people, you must listen to me. Okay? When I know these things, I know them and I'm not wrong. Never am I wrong when these feelings like this, not even feelings, with what I know comes to me. However, what power might send it to me, I don't know. And in this case, I don't know. This, I've always said, how I get my predictions is I just know things and it comes to me. Or there might be a spiritual being that I can actually hear communicating with me. And this is just one of those cases that I just know. Okay, I just know. I can see it. And the third way is I can actually view it as you would like in a video. Now, that is not the case in this one. This is, again, something I just know. And I can almost tell you in detail. So the Arabian countries are all going to unite. Many of them, they don't even want to be in a war, okay? But they don't have a choice. Let me show you an example of that. If Canada was to go into a major war with one of the other countries, or actually any of our people in NATO, we as America, if Canada enters a war, we as Americans are going to pretty much step up and protect Canadians, right? Because they are just like us. They're pretty much us. It's just, are you going to cross a border you walk across, right? Well, that is how the Muslim and Arabian countries all feel. So they are going to unite. Israel will not exist, people. Israel will not be here if they do not stop this right now. I already foresee that they are pretty much gone. And again, do not think I'm in favor of one group versus another. I want the United States out of the war, okay? Not our war. I do not believe in fighting any of this. I do not believe our people should fight any of this. Again, not our problem. I cannot stress that enough, that I am not in support of either one. I am in support of America getting out of this, the United States removing itself from this, because this will be our downfall, people. This is going to be the American downfall if they do not get out. Okay? Now, when I can see things, there are two scenarios here. And there are only two. There is no gray area in this. What I cannot see is I can see, but I can't see in detail. What I foresee, I won't even put on here, because what I foresee in this is our American rights and so many things that we believe in our own properties, our own places, will not be here. I cannot stress that enough. Will not be here if the United States continues to support this war. Now, on the Ukraine side, I cannot honestly, I can't see, as of now, I just can't see the, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't see the final conflict. I can't see the final result. Who will win this? Who will not win this? What I can foresee is Ukraine is going to do everything to try to stay afloat. But the problem is Israel and the Jewish control so much of our government and, our media and Hollywood, and the list goes on, right? The list goes on. So where the money and the assistance was going for Ukraine. It's not. It's not going to. And they will only survive if this turns around. Again, I cannot foresee anything on that. Now, unfortunately, oh my gosh, and I say this is just horrible. Oh my God. So if we don't wise up, people, there are going to be multi-attacks on the U.S. homeland. This is going to be in the continental U.S. Bad stuff, people. Very, very bad stuff. I don't know how to stress this enough to you people, to everybody, without coming forward and giving you the detail, because I'm not going to give you the detail. It's gory. It's terrifying. I am not in here to install terror upon anybody. I'm here to try to get everybody to wise up and start pushing the U.S. government to get out of these holy wars, to get out of a conflict that is not our problem, and start focusing on our own people. You need to start focusing on Americans. There are so many people out there, so many Americans that we are not taking care of. We are so busy taking care of other countries and illegal aliens and people that are not problem, that we are neglecting our own people. And you are the voters. We are the voters. You have to step up and get rid of these politicians doing this. You must bring in an American-loving government, and a government that is going to love your own citizens. Well, guess what, people? That doesn't happen for many years. Many years. And I mean, so many years I can't even tell you. So much time. But you can make a difference. And you will make a difference if you choose to try to make a difference. Okay, this Israeli war, they have lost. People, they've already lost. Nobody's telling them yet. Okay? Israel will not exist. What the mass genocide they are doing. So, okay, one of, I don't even know who it was. I don't even want to quote them because I need to give them credit, and I don't even know who said it. But, basically, it is a collective punishment. Okay, how would you foresee this, right? We have let people in our southern border, okay? We have opened the border, and terrorists have all come in there. And believe me, people, there's terrorist attack coming. Many terrorist attacks. I don't know the date, or I'd be giving it to you. What I can tell you is it is going to happen. Okay? It is going to happen. I just don't know the date to tell you when it is. And I don't even know the location. What I can tell you is in the continental United States. It's going to be in multi-locations. In the everything from the power grid, the water grid, that is going to be completely destroyed for a while. And it is not going to be just 1 or 2 days, folks. This is going to be a way longer term. They're waiting, is what I can tell you, is they're waiting on the weather to get worse. They are going to bring down the power grid. They're going to bring down the water plants. And they're waiting for the temperatures to get worse when the most people in the United States would actually suffer because of that harsh weather, right? We're most likely going to be able to survive most of the summers. But you go and you put people in winter without any kind of fuel, without any kind of water, without any kind of heat, people, they're not going to live. Again, you're going to have a whole lot better chance living in the summer. I know you people in Texas probably don't think that, but I'm telling you now, winter is what could kill you way more than summer. Way more than summer. And anyway, these attacks are going to happen, and they're going to happen before Christmas, folks. Like I said, it is November the 4th right now. This will happen, actually, I'm going to say before the new year. So it's going to be happening between now and January the 1st. But I don't know the date, or I'd be telling you the dates. The minute I can see the date, I will announce it on here. But again, I told you about the war starting in November. If you go and look at my previous stuff, I gave you that information. I didn't know exactly where it was going to start. In fact, I actually thought it was going to start in a different location. But no, what I got the right part was November. This was beginning. Now, there are two parts of this war, people. So you're going to have the beginning part now, November 2023, and you're going to have a massive, possibly nuclear war come November of 2024. Now listen to what I say, people. I want you to be prepared. Be prepared as much as you can. And if it's not a nuclear, it's going to still be a severely bad war in November of 2024. That's given you some time to prepare. This is only the beginning. Because what I am seeing now isn't just the 1 November, I'm seeing the 2 Novembers. So that's how I get that. Oh, people, this is so crucial. You make sure you fight for your right to bear arms, folks. What could happen I don't know if it's going to happen here, or I would tell you that too. What I can see is the people kicking in doors, like going house to house, right? Attacking on a one-to-one basis. It's going to be a whole a whole terrorist attack too, but there's two parts of it, people. So you're going to have the major attacks, and then you're going to have the personal attacks. Those personal attacks, if you survive the major attacks, you need your weapon to survive the personal attacks. Now, your federal government, our federal government, has outlawed silencers. People say, why do you feel like you need silencers? I'm going to tell you why you need silencers. Because when those attackers start coming door to door, and they're sending 2 to this house, and 2 to that house, and 2 to that house, folks, you stand a slight chance if you have a silencer. And the 2 that come into your house, you can take them out before those other ones find out that has been done. This is why we need silencers. Not because we're out there trying to commit crimes against each other and, our silencers will certainly help us do that. No, there's a way bigger point of having silencers. But our federal government doesn't want to tell you that, do they? They want you to be a slave to them, and your life to be dependent upon what they do, whether they save you or not, whether they send you aid or not, whether they take care of you or not. If you do not have, the only thing keeping your freedom right now in the U.S. is the Second Amendment, your right to bear arms. And that right to bear arms is protecting all the other rights you have. Without the right to bear arms, how do you think you're going to protect the other rights? Folks, you're not going to be able to. But government doesn't want to tell you that either. They're too busy focusing on the mass shootings. Do you see that an entire population of over there, of the Middle East, is being destroyed? Not just a mass shooting here and there. An entire population, folks, are being destroyed. Destroyed, people. So they have decided they are going to do a collective punishment against anybody. So, back to what I was saying, the terrorists and all those criminals that have come up from the southern border that our government, that Biden and those idiots had let in our country, right? I feel like they've done this totally intentionally, and I put this in my earlier videos. I put this in my earlier audios. Why are they letting all those people in? I said it 2 years ago, because they are creating a war, folks, and they need the bodies. They need the manpower. They're letting them in the southern border. And they're also letting terrorists in because they need to start a war, all for financial reasons, all for controlling reasons, people. So, I mean, I can go on and on about the southern border. Do you realize when they went and convicted Charlie Sheen of attempted murder because he had AIDS and he was with people, went with females in the belief that he was going to intentionally commit a murder through the use of AIDS, right? What do you think they did with COVID? Do you think our government did no different with COVID? As people are all dying from COVID and they're letting them in our southern border to expose us intentionally? There is no difference, people. It is the same thing. And I've said that over and over and over. And why the media can brainwash you people, don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Do you think those COVID vaccines, that they were only for that? Do you not think that this was a test run? People, it's a test run. It's a test to see who's going to be compliant and who's not, and who's going to do what they say and who's not, and what they're going to be able to put in your body, whether it be trackers, whatever they want to put. They're going to be able to just put something in your body, and they're going to have a computer that is going to be able to modify it. So if they want you to have this disease or they don't, they're going to just switch that computer on, and it's going to go to that nanobody, that nanotechnology that is in your body. You think I'm making this up? I'm not making this up, people. They're going to be able to do this if they don't already have the ability to do it, which I think they already have the ability to do it. So you need to really, really be a part of our government. You need to see how they are brainwashing you. You need to see what they are doing to you, folks. So they have intentionally let these terrorists in from the southern border so they can create havoc here so the government can now control you. Do you see, if we go into a war, several things, well, we are going to go into a war. I've already told you that. But this is what's going to happen, folks. So if they're already starting it, this is the beginning, November of 2023. Now, once they have that big attack in November of 2024, guess what? That's the way the Democrats are going to stay in power. That is the way the rest of the world wants to see America fall. They're going to keep Joe Biden in power using the 6-rule president ability during a war. So in a war, if a president has served like 4 years and we're in the middle of a war, he can legally serve another 2 without an election. Now, how many of you people know that? They don't want to tell you that, do they? Did you learn that in government? I know I did. But do they still teach it? I'm not so sure about that. But, folks, this is what will happen. You need to demand that this stops. You need to be smarter than people. I am telling you how to be smarter than them. I'm telling you right now, know what they are doing and don't let them do it. Because in what I see right now, we lose, Israel loses. And every Arabian country is right about now, I mean, prior to January 1 of 2024, going to unite to create a huge, massive military against Israel in all sides, people, all countries and all sides. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. Who do you think they have intentionally drawn in to fight this war? Us. I wonder why. Well, it's the same thing I've already told you. They've infiltrated our government, Hollywood, every bit, our banking system, everything you can imagine, and this is their plan, people. This is their plan. And again, it sounds like I'm for one side and against the other. That is not true. I want them all to leave us alone. I want America out of this war because of the things I can foresee in this war. This stops now, people. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen. Okay? Go replay this audio tape if you need to. You have to pay attention. I do not know about Ukraine. I do not know what is the right or wrong decisions in the support of Ukraine. I don't know right now. I can't foresee it at all. Ukraine is smart. They are. They're smart. They've got a smart leader. They got a leader for freedom. And you know what? I don't know. Part of me thinks that the Ukraine-Russia war will end in some kind of negotiations. Really not a complete dominancy on either side. I'm hoping it ends in negotiations, but I just can't tell you the answer to that yet. But people, you make sure you reach out to Congress and you stop this Gaza deal. How do I say this? Israel is actually destroying itself. And it's already lost. It's already lost. But nobody told them. And nobody is stepping up to tell the U.S., hey, you're fighting a losing war. Again, folks, again. So, you need to really, really listen to everything I've said. I will have more audios out. I probably should have been keeping up audios on this earlier. Anyway, you need to remember our country, America, is filled with many different populations from many different countries, okay? We can't be for one side and against the other when our country has both here, okay? We have all populations here. We are a mixture of cultures. And you just can't go side one, part of your population against another part of your population. It's not fair and it doesn't work. And it puts us people who don't want in any side of this, it puts us in a situation. And, people, there's going to be a draft returning. I kid you not. There will be a draft returning. And guess what? The people that are going to be drafted, Generation Z, do you think they're going to go to war? No, they're not going to go to war. Why would they? Why would Generation Z go to war at all? No, not in one bit. They're going to be like, well, we're not going to go fight. Why would we go fight? We'd just go hang out in prison for a while, right? Why would we go kill ourselves? We're not going to do that. Guess what? There's nothing that can make them fight. If they refuse that draft, they'll be sent to prison. I think they serve, I don't know, they'll probably serve 5 years. If too many do it, they'll probably make it 7 years or something. But they're all going to do it. All of Generation Z is going to be like, we're not going to do that. Why would we? Why are we just going to go die? Like, we can go to prison, just hang out, you know, even though it's this many years and we're going to have a record. Our record is just going to show that we wouldn't fight. It's not going to be like a big criminal record against us. We're going to still be able to get jobs when we get out and everything. And in fact, you know, once they get out, in many cases, most people are going to give them jobs because many people are going to be anti-war. Problem is, we might not be here anymore. Depends on what part of the country you're at or in. And it's just devastating, folks. I will not tell you any more than that. I will not tell you what I see. I will not tell you the details. I will not put terror in you guys. As all I'm trying to do is ask you to wise up. So again, please take care. Every person out there, know that you are cared about. This is not one side versus another, okay? Again, I might have seemed like I was reaming on Israel. I'm not reaming on Israel. I think it was just horrific, just horrible and evil and disgraceful. And I don't even know the words for the stuff they did. Was just sickening. Was so sickening to me that, I mean, I had to literally shut my mind off. I had to shut information coming in to me off when I heard this, when I saw this, because I could actually see some of this. And it was just unbelievably horrific. I mean, that's the downfall of knowing things or seeing things, is you can't just decide what things you're going to see or know. People are always like, oh, you know, that really benefits sometimes to have that. Sometimes. And sometimes it's horrible. If you cannot deal with trauma, if you cannot handle any such thing, you cannot even survive knowing this stuff. You have to learn over time that this stuff happens, and you have to learn how to deal with it, because you do see it. I do see it. I see it just like it's in a video, folks. And it's just so horrific and unbelievably horrible, people. Horrible. So, anyway, all those people that did that, they should be erased. Like, they should be gone, taken out, off the earth. So do not think that I am in support of them. I am not. Anyway, take care, folks. Stay safe. Be aware of your environment. And again, step up and fight for your Second Amendment. Fight for your rights and shut the border. Good night.